Hello everyone and welcome to Daily Game Review number 22. Today we have Trainbow 8Q versus Tromm 6Q. I believe we just went over Tromm's game in the last video, so Tromm getting a little bit lucky here with 2 games in a row. Wow, good job you. Alright, so here we see that we have a 6Q versus an 8Q, and it's a 2-stone handicap game. This will be our first handicap game of the series. So we'll see how it goes. And to basically deal with handicap, guys, don't play anything too crazy, especially since it's only 2 stones. Kind of play it normal and just keep yourself solid. Play a quick pace, and your opponent will mess up eventually. If not, you will catch up in the end game. But you don't have to do anything super crazy, as many people have the misconception of trying to do in handicap games. It's actually not that much different than an even game. It's just like giving a little bit more points or framework to your opponents before you start, and you just have to still play normal. It's still the same game, still the same approaches, same things to do. So we'll see how it goes. So we can see White's playing an approach here. Stopping the 3-4, we'll see how this goes. And we play, and we see kind of an old Joseki here. White playing, or Black playing this way to try and make White solid. White playing the double Hane, and don't Atari here. I think the Atari is a mistake. And yeah, then it goes like this. But you can see, I don't really like this Joseki as White. I don't like it. I haven't played this one like in a long time. I don't think I've ever played this one, maybe. Yeah, so I don't know this Joseki, guys. Look it up. But this result does not look good for White at all. So maybe since I want to play fast pace, I might play like this, and then start developing a position on the bottom like so. And now you can see I do have a weak group, so it's a little bit dangerous. That is why maybe I will do stuff I can Tanuki from. So for example, maybe I will go here first, make this exchange, and this is a common shape that if you Tanuki, we know the variations. So you can try this and then an approach, and that might be okay to try. But anyway, we'll see how White handles his situation. White goes here, and then Nobis. This is still leaving Aji behind. Just go ahead and connect. Don't leave unnecessary cuts, because if I were Black, I'd push one more, then Atari, and then cut, and you're kind of screwed. You don't really have any good move here. So White, however, playing on the inside. So this is what I mean. Your opponent will play a little bit slow. However, you still got to play solid and keep your stuff good. This exchange, I'm not sure, considering you can still get cut. So you really got to fix. You got to fix your weakness. You can't leave your own weakness behind. If your opponent can get to that weakness, then what's the point? If you don't like that, then maybe I don't even know. How do you defend this? I don't know how to defend this. Maybe something along this line, like here, will be fine. And then if he Ataris, you can just sacrifice 1 stone. He will get this, but if he cuts here, I mean, but at the end of the day, who cares? It's like 3 stones, as long as you don't die, right? And it's easy to Sabaki this shape. So I'd play here, Sabaki the locally, and then start playing globally. But you can't leave weakness laying around, because that's exactly what your opponent wants to do to win, is attack your weakness. Playing high here, that's not too bad, actually. And then finish? No, you have to finish. You want to finish like somewhere over here on the right side, so maybe you can just finish here. That way you can make a combination which kind of finishes this shape as well as defends, brings the 4th line down the 3rd line. Don't play Joseki that end in you playing Gote if you want to take Sente. If you want to take Sente, then you should have played low, because this is a Gote Joseki, because it needs to come back down. So why are you playing a move that needs to come back down if you are wanting to take Sente? If you want to take Sente, then play a Sente Joseki. You have to know what the result's going to be before you play it. So this, I think White is panicking against 2 stones and trying to be everywhere at once. It's not that simple. You still got to trade with your opponent. Your opponent's still going to get something. You're not going to get everywhere. Also, this side is a little bit easier to deal with, because you can see Black is next to some White stones, so maybe it gets attacked. And if we play something along these lines, you can see White has an easy 3-space extension, which also attacks White. So Black will be forced to pincer like so, and you can now play the 3-3 very easily, or play a no, that's not good. That's not good. So yeah, you can play the 3-3 pretty easily, and it works out for you. Black will play like this. Black will get Sente. However, you took the corner, but now Black attacks the weakness, and you have weakness over here. So you can see this, while this bottom left corner is fine for you, because black's influence is not the greatest, the rest of the board looks bad for you. So you can't leave those weaknesses laying around. It'll come back to bite you in the butt. Here, you're going to get attacked pretty severely, and it's kind of what black wants, is a weak group to attack. So you can see now white has weakness everywhere, and white still does not have points. Finally, white gets a big move and forces black to extend. Now, trying to develop an influence that doesn't exist because there's no influence without this stone. Remember that, guys. You can't really build an influence if there's a hole. You can't really build a bowl of territory if there's a hole in the bowl because your opponent will just come over here and take it away. So, not really an influence here. Perfect chance to get here. Black played a slow move. If there's an opening, take the opening. White will get this, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because this thickness is pointless because black has a stone over here. So there's no influence. So there's no point in white getting thickness, so I don't mind giving my opponent thickness. Don't follow common variations or common Joseki, and this is a kind of a side Joseki. Don't follow Joseki blindly. Know what you're doing. Know what you have to do. Know what you don't have to do. Alright, so let's move on, and we see black trying to cut through here, and white not sacrificing one stone, not sure why. This is actually, white should have seen these cuts. Don't play like that. If you don't like this variation, then don't play this push. Just Tanuki. Don't put yourself in a broken shape and a bunch of cutting points if you can't defend the cutting points. So this is definitely a bad result for white. White, though, does get to the right side, and now it's still good for white. However, black broke out on the left bottom a little bit, so locally it's good for black. However, globally, white did get to the big move, and it's good for white. So, black now getting to the cut. Finally, black cuts this, and now you can see white is crying in this corner. This is super painful. Black, all he has to do is just play something simple, cut the two groups apart, and it'll be easy to attack this group here. And now you can see white struggling to survive. Don't cut yourself apart, black. Just play something simple like so, and take white space, and you can see white is still struggling for eyes. Even if white does this, I mean, who cares? Just keep white surrounded and eyeless, and you're good. You're golden. However, playing like this will get your outside stone cut apart, so you got to be careful there. And now white has good eye shape, and you've lost a lot of territory, so this is not the way to attack black. Not the way to attack at all. So we can see white getting really lucky in this area, getting some eyes, and now Tanuki, very nice Tanuki. However, I don't understand this move. You don't really need to respond to this. That's fine. Actually, maybe you should. That's probably something you want to respond to. Or no, you can actually go here and still defend yourself. As long as you Tanuki after you have two eyes, you're good. But if black Atari's here and you connect, and if black plays this slide and you connect, you're not alive. So you still all move. So read, guys, read. But this empty triangle, don't understand it at all. Something like this is obviously better. I don't understand the empty triangle at all. But Tanuki, little alerts Tanuki, I think if you want to sacrifice two stones, that's fine, that's reasonable. Oh wait, if there's an Chara you take. Okay, that's fine, that's cool. However, you do want to get this attachment. It's kind of big, and see if you can get Sente out of it if you can, and then get over here. But we see black attacking from this side. You attack from the outside, guys. Attack from the outside. Oops. Attack from the outside, and then you can easily break into the right side like so. Once you have support and white's getting dame, you're getting influence as well as breaking into the right, so it's good for black. You want to attack from the outside. That's how you attack. However, playing like this is definitely not good. White is still surrounded though, so now as long as black doesn't get cut apart, he's fine. White does break into black's influence here, so black has nothing in the center now. However, black will get to invade the right. Instead, he just reduces, which is not what you want to do. Invade, buddy, invade. Don't be afraid. You have thickness, invade. That's what the thickness is used for, is to support invasions. So invade, destroy it all. Take away white's points, say, nuh-uh, you ain't getting anything here, buddy. But instead, you actually force your opponent to make points. I think it's better to Tanuki and not do anything, because there's still weakness here. However, pushing from behind like this is actually forcing your opponent to make territory, and all you're getting is like 2 or 3 points in the trade. So this trade is really bad for black. Anyway, so we move on, and we see black now playing some endgame. White trying to cut this group apart and attack here. I think it's a little bit overplayed. It's not really much of an attack here, especially with this. So you can see white actually loses Sente and gains nothing for it. He got these 2 stones. Black is alive, connected, and black has Sente now, and white only got this. Don't lose Sente for nothing. Black defense here, really slow. This move is much bigger, takes away the base, attacks white, and this is definitely the next big move. So both players missing what's really going on. I don't think they're really taking their time to read things out. I think they're kind of just rushing the game. And like I said in the last video, guys, the biggest issue I see in single-digit Q games is the fact that they do not take their time to read things out. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Take your time, read things out, read things through, see what the result is before you play that move. Don't rush into playing a move. Read it out first, guys. That's what you got to do as a single-digit Q. Also, your positional judgment is a little bit lacking. For example, here it's better to just let white live and not let yourself die. That has to be a better result, right? So this is obviously better for black than going here and white goes here. I mean, just this simple reading is, oh, I'm dying, let's not die. And then you go here, and it's easy to read out. You just jump out because you're dying. Don't let yourself die so easily. Oh, sorry, I didn't even see this. My bad, I didn't even see that. Still, I think surrounding and getting the influence is still good for black. Okay, so who actually wants to attack? So I completely take back everything I just said. Your move is good. It's better than mine because I didn't see this. My bad. Stream pressure, right? What are stream blindness, recording blindness, whatever you want to call it. Why on earth did you take here? Okay, am I missing anything now? Okay, you might want to push and cut like here, and you're worried that this push and cut forces you to take, but who cares? Just play here. If white plays here, you take, okay? That's fine. White still needs to live. You're fine. You live some shapes. And white's dead on the bottom left corner. How can this be bad for you? I don't understand. I don't understand. Why would you waste the move here? You can't waste the move. Cannot waste the move. Why did white connect here? Table shape. Obviously, table shape. Table shape, table shape. This is empty triangle. That's a little bit weird. The corners, the black group's not completely live. The corners has some questions. The corner has some questions. But, no, I would not be doing this. Alright, so if you look at the board, if this whole bottom left corner is dead, black wins. Black wins hands down. Keep it dead. You can do this. You can do this. Keep this corner dead. And black wins. Oh no, there's still some problems up here, huh? Okay, so fix this first. Keep this dead, and you win. Oh no, that's connected. Man, I'm super blind today. I'm super blind. I can do that. This is dying. There's so many things you can do. But anyway, if this whole bottom left corner becomes black's, black wins. I'm not sure what he's doing over here. Completely missing the big picture. This is what I mean, guys. As a single-digit Q, you have to judge the board accurately. Count the board. At this level, you should be able to count the board. Count the board will tell you, oh, all I need is this corner, and I'm like 20, 30 points ahead. That's good enough. That's all I need to win. So let's just do that. Why on earth would you play stuff like S3 and let your opponent accidentally live with a 30-point group on the bottom left? That trade is definitely bad for you. Just kill the group and you win. I don't see why you're playing all these moves, no matter how fancy the move is. If you're completely missing the big picture, there's no point to playing it. You've got to calm down, see the whole board, see what's actually happening, see what the big picture is, see what you really need to do, and then start reading. If you don't even see what area you're supposed to be playing, all the reading in the world can't help you. So you got to get the big picture down. Like all of this is completely pointless. I'd say all of this is ignorable. Maybe not ignorable, but all of this shouldn't have been played by black. Finally, someone gets down here. And now we see white struggling to survive. If white lives, oh, white just lived. That is like 25 to 30 points, guys, and all black gained, and the trade was the bottom right corner. This is so huge for white to live here, and black just completely gave it up for almost free in comparison. He gained maybe 5 to 6 points. maybe 12 points because it's kind of Sente. So black gained about 12 points, and he lost like 30. So the trade is super, super good for white. Super good for white. So we see black misreading everywhere here. Black just died right there. However, he does cut this off, so but it's connected, so who cares now, right? Who cares now? It's alive. Alright, so I don't know what black's doing. Black, make your moves more valuable, read more accurately, and stop wasting stuff on the pointless stuff. I think black, you really, 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 really got to calm down and count the board, read things through, and see what's happening. White's issue was basically what I said at the start. He overplayed everywhere instead of playing normal moves. So let's compare. He wasted moves here. He played a go-to exchange here that didn't do anything. He played an unnecessary invasion here when he's weak on the bottom. And I think he got himself cut here, didn't he? Did he? No, he didn't. Okay. Played a go-to exchange. Overplayed again here. You can't do this when you're weak on the outside. Got himself cut and dying everywhere. Alright, so as white, I think your biggest issue was psychological. I think most of your moves were bad due to the fact that you were too scared of your opponent getting something and you tried to be everywhere at once. This is not how you play against handicap. Handicap is not something to fear. It just helps give your opponent extra points because they're going to lose them during the game. So get over the fact that you're afraid of your opponent and just take it step by step. I mean, what is wrong with just playing a normal variation like this? Your opponent gets the Chinese and you play like this. And you play normal stuff. Just play normal stuff, normal variations until and build your own position until you need to play whatever you need to play, right? Is it here? No. I think you can go this way, right? Yeah, I think you can do this. You could also... No, that feels like wrong direction. Just do that then. Do that, and then go up here. As you can see, you have to get your own position as well. I mean, you can't just stop your opponent from getting stuff. Your opponent's going to get something. You just have to get something too. And as long as you make every trade roughly equal or a little bit favorable for you, your opponent will play a slow move. Your opponent will mess up somewhere. If they don't, then they shouldn't have the handicap, right? I mean, there's a 2-rank difference. He's going to play slightly slower than you. So that slightly, he just gets an extra stone to make up for it. So that's all it is. Don't panic. Don't worry about playing super quickly and stopping your opponent from getting everything. Because look at this. You're leaving weakness here. You're leaving weakness here. Where's the points? Like, what have you made in points so far in this game? Finally, you're starting to make stuff here, and then you leave it. So here, let's say you just defend, and black gets here. Where's the points for white? White did not gain anything. So remember, you still have to play like it's a normal game. You still have to make trades. You still have to get your own position as well as stopping your opponent's position. You still have to defend your weaknesses first before you tanuki. And then you have to take advantage of your opponent's weaknesses that he inevitably will leave behind and make trades a little bit better for you and catch up point by point. It's Go is not so simple that you can catch up in one move. It doesn't work like that. You have to take it step by step and slowly catch up, and eventually you'll find yourself in an even game again, and then maybe you can take the lead near the end. This is a 200 plus move game. Normally it's around 250 to 270 moves for a whole game, or more sometimes. You have 200 moves to catch up that extra 10-point lead that he has in the opening. It's about 10 to 20 points lead. About 15 maybe, 15, 20, something like that. You have 200 moves. You do not need to catch up 20 points in one. You need to catch up 20 points in 200. So catch up 1 or 2 points here, 1 or 2 points there, 1 or 2 points there, and it will add up much faster than if you try to destroy everything. Don't panic about handicap. All right, so what I recommend for training for these two, again, review professional games every single day, replay them by hand, do life and death problems every single day. Oh, actually, not just life and death, go problems in general. This is Tsuji, life and death, capturing races, Seki, Ko, all the stuff, right? All the stuff. Get all the types of Go problems. Do those every single day in your free time. Spread them out if you have to. Make time to get this stuff down. And play. Play like 2 to 4 games every single day. And review them, guys. Review them. See, where did I waste my moves? Where did my opponent get more than me? Okay, he got this gigantic area. When could I have destroyed it? What could I have done to destroy it instead of something here? When did he start making it? What was his plan the whole game? There's so many questions you can ask when you review a game. So make sure you review your games. Make sure you're following the basics. Defend myself first. Attack opponent's weaknesses if I can. Second, and then play the big move. And make sure you count as a single-digit Q. Around white, you should definitely be counting your 6Q, 5Q. As an 8Q, maybe you can't count just yet, but you should be getting pretty darn close to counting. I think you're pretty close, and you can start trying to count. However, you should also got to work on the shape stuff and punishing your opponent. White played several moves this game where he got basically attacked everywhere. And if we look at the end, Black has 5 points more than White. So you saw White was getting attacked everywhere, and still White was able to catch up to within 5 points. This means that if White had just gotten positions, Black would have messed up, because Black obviously messed up several places because he didn't attack his opponent very effectively. And so the attack and defense was almost always in White's favor in this game because White was weak everywhere. But when the attack and defense came around, White outfought his opponent, which is common in handicap games. That's what the handicap is for, to help make up for the points you lose in the fights. So just make the trades a little bit good for you, White. Don't panic. Black, you got to work on making yourself more solid, playing the big moves, and punishing your opponent's weakness more effectively. Go over this video again if you need to. See the comments I made. Where could you have made your moves more effective? See about applying these same concepts when you review your own games, and make sure you're taking your time to read. This is really important, guys. Take your time, read things through. It'll solve most of your problems. Alright, hopefully you guys found that video helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, if you want to submit your game for a chance to get it reviewed, please see the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, bye-bye.